Dobro večer, dragi slušatelji, ovo je Heat Radio, ja sam vaš host MC Tone Tvoro, sa mnom je kao uvijek i DJ Sunny, a danas imamo i posebnog gosta, to je DJ Indy. Dobrodošao na Yamat FM.
What up, hvala lijepo.
Kako se osjećaš?
Odlično, jako mi je lijepo to s vama, fali mi radio jako i uvijek kad sam u prilici da dođem kod nekoga u goste, volim ostati što je duže moguće.
Ajde, super, onda imamo i o čemu pričati danas. Za početak ću te predstaviti malo. DJ Indy je, rekao bih, 15 godina već aktivan kao DJ na domaćoj sceni, nastupao, mogu reći, i na svim najvećim festivalima, prošao sve najveće klubove u Zagrebu i šire, bio si resident DJ i u Švicarskoj i vodiš Drito podcast, tako da si se bacio i u te podcast vode, tako da aktivan si kao DJ, kao voditelj, a po struci si i novinar, pisao si za Telegram i brojne druge medijske outlete. Evo, za početak, prije svega želim saznati gdje je to sve počelo, znači za slušatelje koji te možda tek upoznavaju, pitao bih te otkuda ti dolazi strast za DJ-anjem, kada se rodila ljubav prema glazbi, jesi li imao neki prijelomni moment ili je to sve nekak došlo jedno za drugim spontano?
Pa da, evo, kak si rekao, 15 godina, zapravo sam baš nedavno sam malo brojao i razmišljao i gledao neku arhivu i zaključio sam da će zapravo iduće godine biti 20 godina od prve gaže koju sam odradio. Tako da malo me ta brojka lupila u glavu, ali okej, da, ide vrijeme, godine lete. Kako je krenulo? Pa ne znam, krenulo je negdje, ja mislim, krajem 90-ih, još u srednjoj školi, otkrićem hip-hopa, otkrićem tih nekih izvođača koji su bili aktualni, popularni u to vrijeme, što stranih, što na domaćoj sceni, taman je blow-upala cijela hip-hop scena krajem 90-ih. I stvar se razvijala nekako da sam ja stvarno imao strast prema toj muzici i prema cijeloj kulturi sam razvio strast i pratio sam sve što se dešava. Ja sam inače rodom iz Karlovca i živio sam u Karlovcu dok nisam upisao fakultet. I 2002. ako se ne varam smo na Radio Karlovcu pokrenuli radijsku emisiju FatBeat koja se emitirala, ja sam otišao negdje 2012, ali mislim da su dečki nastavili negdje do 2015. 16. ako se ne varam, tako da skoro 15. jedna od dugovječnijih hip-hop emisija koja je postojala u radijskom eteru u Hrvatskoj. To mi je bilo jedno sjajno iskustvo koje sam, isto je bila ovakva emisija na tjednoj bazi, svake srijede od prvo 8 do 9, pa onda od 10 do ponoći idućih 10 godina. Ugostili smo, ja mislim, gotovo cijelu domaću scenu. Pokojnik Kolarek je također bio kod nas, organizirali smo partije, organizirali smo hip-hop tribine. Mislim, to govorimo od 2002. 2003. godine kada je to bilo zanimljivo ljudima u to vrijeme. I tu sam upoznao, stvorio brdo kontakata i DJing me zanimao već tad i dolazio nam je DJ Chill u goste, dolazilo me puno ljudi, gledao sam i kako rade i to mi se jako svidjelo. I krenuo sam šterit. Počeo sam kupovat ploče, šterio za gramofone i tako, eto, prva gaža, kao što sam rekao, 2003. godine se desilo u jednom klubu u Karlovcu, došao sam sa punim ruksakom, što piratskih, što original CD-a što sam imao i bacili su me u vatru, mislim da je to bio...
Ja si DJ, jel?
Da, mislim da je to bio jedan užasan set, ali meni je to bilo prvo iskustvo u klubu, koje je, eto, dovelo do toga da se time bavim, da je to moj praktički poziv, evo, već 20 godina.
Wow. Sjetio sam se kad je bio Next Level, kad su bile Next Level radionice u Zagrebu i njihovi voditelji koji su iz USA-a su došli i svima su rekli kao tu smo da se upoznamo, da se upoznate za hip-hopom, don't worry, everyone starts out whack. I sve je samo rad dalje. Da. I evo vidiš, 20 godina kasnije ti je to životni poziv. Kad smo već spomenuli i te rane početke, ali i činjenicu da se danas time baviš, znači dugo djeluješ na sceni, a sa dolaskom i tehnike i društvenih mreža mladi se sve brže bave s glazbom i DJ-anjem. Smatraš li to pozitivnu stvar da ili misliš da ta brzina ima i neke nedostatke? Ti si imao duži struggle da bi naučio to što danas radiš, a danas klinci puno brže dolaze do tih stvari. Što su možda neki plusevi i minusi toga? Da,
zanimljivo pitanje. Već sam razgovarao sa prijateljima o toj temi u više navrata. Zanimljivo je zato što iz naše perspektive s koje dolazimo iz te neke generacije ranih 2000-ih, još prije interneta, prije streaminga i prije svega, koliko smo više gorili i više tražili tu muzu koja nas je zanimala. Bilo je puno nedostupnije. Ti nisi mogao ako si imao dobru internet vezu, trebalo ti je ono maltene dan da skineš album, ono, u one najnižoj mogućoj brzini koja je postojala. Da, i navuko si hrpu virusa na kompjuter i starci su ti ispsovali zbog toga i sve. A danas kad ti je sve ono na at the palm of your hand, you know, kad ti sve ti je toliko dostupno, imam osjećaj da ljudi to uzimaju zdravo za gotovo, ono. I zato imam osjećaj da puno dobre glazbe, puno dobrih albuma će proći nezapaženo u smislu nekakve vremenske relevantnosti. Ono, ne znam koliko će se ljudi sjećati dobre muzike koja je izašla u ovom sada periodu za 5-6 godina, jer će u međuvremenu izaći još tona dobre muzike. I teško je to sve ispratiti. Teško je imati život i raditi 100 drugih stvari, imati obaveze, ne biti posvećen samo muzici, što možeš biti kad si mlad, kad si srednjoškolac ili student.
Kasnije to mora biti baš profesija da si toliko...
Tako je, da, i ono, teško je popratiti to sve i onda ono, moraš propustiti neke stvari si čuo jednom, bilo ti super, ali se nisi nikad stigao vratiti na to, tako da mislim da je to loša strana.
Ok, a pozitivna strana?
Sve je dostupno. Evo ti mi sad kažeš neku pjesmu ono, za koju bi si inače morao cimat tjedan dana da je nađem, ja ću je sad naći za 30 sekundi.
Da. Evo, pitanje se nalaže zapravo samo od sebe. Šta si slušao u zadnje vrijeme? Imaš li neku najdražu stvar sad?
Pa znaš šta, s obzirom da ja radim dosta ovako, ajmo reći, komercijalne klubske gaže, sviram te nekakav mainstream, što trap, R&B, hip-hop, pa i house, privatno volim poslušati malo drugčiji džir, malo više nešto mellow, više soulful, više nešto što mi odgovara, što me ne nabrijava toliko. Tako da eto, baš sam sa Sanijem razgovarao ranije, slušam dosta novog Naza, slušam IDK-ev zadnji album je bomba. Tako je, to mi je na repeatu bilo valjda 2 mjeseca. Ne znam, stvarno je puno toga je u rotaciji, Anderson Paak je uvijek u rotaciji. Ne znam, evo, nisam sad sa vrha glave ne mogu sjetiti.
To je ono uvijek, kad te netko pita u tom trenutku ne možeš se sjetiti, zato za 20 minuta...
Otvorim Spotify pa da se sjetim, a i za 20 minuta, da. Iako sam pripremio malo više retro set, ali o tom potom.
Neka, baš zato smo te i doveli da čujemo što Indy brije, ono, kad nije nužno za pultom, nego ono što ti voliš i cijeniš kao hip-hop glava. A nastavno onda na prethodno pitanje, publika u Hrvatskoj uvijek nekako bolje reagira na hitove koje znaju poznatije stvari. Kad puštaš svoje setove, kao što si rekao, na komercijalnim gigovima, da li im nekad voliš ubaciti neku stvar iz rukava, onak, da nije najpoznatija, ali da znaš da će dobro rolat na tom gigu?
Uvijek.
Smatraš li to možda izgubljenom bitkom u Hrvatskoj ili ima nade?
Pa ne gledam to kao nekakvu bitku, niti dokazivanje više ikome išta, ali volim da nije baš sve playlista ziherica, nego volim ubaciti neku stvar za koju pretpostavljam da bi mogla postati hit ili nešto za, možda čak i mislim da neće postati hit, ali dobro zvuči u klubskom okruženju, u klubskom soundu, tako da uvijek volim ubaciti nešto, ali da, mislim, naša domaća publika je dosta ziheraška i dosta izlaze van čut stvari koje vole. Koje žele čuti svojih 20, 30, 40 pjesama vani i ne zanima ih baš puno van toga i ne zanima im. Mislim da se ono što se izgubilo je kultura DJ-inga, ajmo reći. Ne nužno u svim žanrovima, ne želim generalizirati, mislim da i dalje ima i klubova i žanrova i programa gdje se fura ta priča dobro i gdje ima publike koje to cijeni, ali u mainstreamu ne više toliko. Mislim da smo mi postali tu da skrojimo večer da ima smisla od početka prema vrhuncu, prema kraju i da to zvuči dobro. Tu se razlikuju bolji od loših DJ-a, a što se tiče same selekcije, da nam je to dosta limitirano i dosta suženo.
Interesantno. Evo, baš ja i DJ Sani puno o takvim stvarima pričamo i možda je dobro vrijeme da je njega malo uključimo u taj razgovor. Sani, we're just talking about, the club culture actually in Croatia and how people gravitate towards songs that they're more familiar with rather than songs that they might not be familiar with. And I asked him whether he likes to, throw in a song that maybe people don't know.
Yes. I'm constantly challenging that. I'm like,
it's a struggle.
Yeah, you've been to my set, I've been to yours, and I see that. I know sometimes I came over here with objective to challenge the audience, because I feel like that's what a DJ is here for. You come there to trust the curator of creating a new sound and take you somewhere you haven't been.
I agree.
And not just to play something that you're already accustomed to or familiar with. Of course, we can always play that song that but also let you give you a new experience and let you discover something when you're going out.
Yeah. But is it your experience from practice and from doing gigs in Zagreb? Does the crowd appreciate it? Do they come up to you maybe sometime and ask which song is it? Do you see anybody shazamming it?
Man, I love when I see that.
Yeah,
I
me too. But it doesn't happen that often.
It happens more when I have, like, let's say when I'm DJing at Swanky or these other little day gigs and things like that. When they have time to really listen to the music. But when they go and they want to party, when it's the peak, they're not trying to be challenged.
Yeah,
when it's the peak, they want to hear what they know. They already been drinking. They trying to, like, just go crazy.
Exactly.
And
sorry for cutting into your sentence, but I'm gonna be even more harsh. You know, I feel like I'll take the responsibility for that. I feel like people don't dance enough in the clubs here. People just stand around the little table, you know, have their little drinks, and everyone's a bit of ashamed to, like, step in and dance, you know. There's always that little crew that's dancing in the beginning, but most people, they just stand aside. And when I started, you know, coming through and clubbing here and stuff like that, I struggled with that because I was always the fool that was dancing.
Yeah, but it was a shock to me.
DJ Indy knows because I've been to some of his gigs and I was always that kid that was dancing, just like wilding.
It was a shock to me because I'm used to in the States, like you said. Yeah. As soon as the beat dropped, people are dancing, people are having a grand old time, right? So when I came here and I started seeing people just, like, looking at each other, staring, and then
people need a little bit of liquor,
to
get them relaxed, to get them started, you know.
But I found, like, a little cheat code for me though was it's not cheat code anymore. I'm saying on the radio, but what I do is I find remixes where the beat is different and it's exciting to me. I get that fulfillment, but then the lyrics are something well known. So then if it's really good, where it's better, it has to be better than the original. I won't play some remix that's like,
of course, yeah. Right? If it massacres the original,
exactly. So when I find that, and then I have that fulfillment of playing some new thing, new sound, but then they know the lyrics, because I feel like Croatians as well, more lyrical based.
That's kind of true. Yeah,
and then you sing along to stuff.
Yeah,
so when that both collision comes around together, then it's like a great moment, and I get fulfilled. The audience get fulfilled, and things like that. So,
okay. Yeah, that's a nice little cheat code.
Yeah.
We wanted to bounce that idea with DJ Indy as well a little bit. But yeah, definitely. I have a question for both of y'all, but also mainly for DJ Indy. First of all, you're having a lot of gigs right now. I see you're very busy. You're pretty much, you know, there's also like Advent right now, so there's a lot more like gigs and stuff. But I see you're very busy, and you know, question for both of you is like, does that wear you guys out? Like, how do you mentally prepare, and how much time do you recover? Do you know, does it also depend on if you drink? Do you drink when you DJ and stuff like that?
Yeah, most of the time, yeah, at least a little bit.
Yeah, I'm drinking too, bro. I gotta drink just to get my a little hype,
get the spirits
for sure, to relax, you know, to get in the mood and everything. You know, I have to have a couple of drinks.
Exactly. I don't know about you, but sometimes I overthink.
And it happens.
I overthink, and I'm like, oh, is everybody having fun?
Especially if it's a new venue, if it's a new program, if it's a new city, a new crowd.
You're trying to.
I always overthink.
Trying to see the body movements. Is the song going to be right? Everything. But then if I drink a little bit, then I just don't care, and I just like, yo, I'm here for a reason. Let me play my stuff, and just if I'm having fun, the
level of confidence rises.
Exactly. So yeah,
there's something magic in that potion.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely.
Cheers to that.
Definitely. But
cheers, guys.
I respect Indy though, man, because when I first came out here, I was watching you play, and you've been doing this for way longer than me, and just the consistency and the amount of gigs you do. I just want to, give my kudos to you, bro. Like,
thank you, bro.
Really respect, brother.
Thank you. But yeah, to get back to your question, Tone, I mean, depends on the gig. Sometimes I don't prepare at all because I've been doing the venue for so long, so I can expect.
Routine.
Yeah, I have a routine, and I can expect what the people are gonna want to hear. How long does it take to recover? It depends on the gig. You know, if I'm just playing a set like an hour or 2 or 3 hours, that's no problem. That's easy. But if I'm doing an all-nighter solo, which I tend to do a lot, so it's like a 5 or 6 hour gig, that takes like a day or two to get back to my normal self.
And not just physically, but mentally as well, just from all those people and interactions.
Both. And everything, the loudness of the music and everything. Yeah, you know, you've been there.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, maybe you already asked them this, but like, do you feel like, because I knew there was a peak with hip hop, the nightlife with hip hop at a certain point, maybe like the early 2000s.
I didn't ask him. That's a good question.
Right? Okay, yeah, there was a peak, right? And now there's only a few events that's keeping it really alive, and you're part of one of them. So how do you feel when you bear that responsibility? How do you feel like keeping that thing going? And
You know what? The clubbing scene in Zagreb is, as far as our music goes, as far as different variations of R&B and hip hop and trap and stuff like that, it's not in a very good shape right now. You know, because basically a lot of the clubs in Zagreb have switched to Balkan music and variations of Balkan music in a mixture with foreign music as well, but the accent is on the Balkan music, or strictly electronic music, which is a scene of its own. So I'm not really going to get into that, but they're doing good. They have a couple of clubs that are really good and doing great stuff, like Petit Coupe and places like that. But as far as our scene goes, I think we're not in a very good shape in Zagreb right now. You know, as far as choices of venues and programs and stuff like that, it doesn't look very good right now. But yeah, I'm a part of a couple of programs that work that work regularly on a monthly basis. People are coming to our programs, man, and it's nice. We have a steady crew of people who come to R&B Confusion. We have a steady crew of people who come to my gigs in Klub and Tvornica and places like that, which is a different crowd. It's much younger, trap-oriented crowd, but still. But other than that, it used to be way different. You know, our commercial, or I should say mainstream R&B and hip hop was much more commercially viable for clubs in Zagreb, and I think it's not anymore.
Gotcha.
That's interesting. It's very hard to even pinpoint why that is sometimes. I guess the only cure for this situation is just to keep on working and stay consistent. And
for sure.
I guess sometimes things just go in cycles as well.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. We're probably going to come back at some point.
Yeah, I think the main issue is just also the fact that it's a small market, it's a small amount of people, but also at the same time, like, I feel like it's maybe weird to say that because I'm not an economist, but a lot of things have to do with how much people can pay.
Oh, for sure.
As well, and especially the young people that usually don't have money. So if they do be making some money on the side, they would rather buy a ticket for a good concert, a good show, a good event or something like that. So I feel like the youth has no like bidding power on the market, and therefore it's either the clubs that are making the money already, or it's like, you know, really underground stuff that's happening that costs a little money to get going. Whereas if you want to have a good hip hop night or event, you need to put a lot of your own money into it. And if you ain't getting that ticket money, and if you're not, you know, it's really hard to keep things like that going.
But speaking of economics, I know a lot of events, what they say is let's say the Balkan type music scene, they make way more money than the international music, right?
It's not even, you can't even compare it.
Right?
You can't even compare it.
Culturally, they're buying bottles.
Yeah.
That's like within you, that's a must in that culture, right?
I can understand every club manager. I have no beef with any club manager. They're businessmen. And of course they're going to go after the money. So I understand completely why they're choosing these types of program over our types of program. But like Tom said, things go in cycles, so hopefully it's gonna come back someday.
Yes.
We just
it's not that bad. It's not dead, you know. There's still events. And we're talking like it's you know, it's dead.
We have high.
It's good. It's good.
We have
okay.
Big wishes, high expectations, and we want the best. That's why we speak of that. But of course,
just to get people's perspective, you know.
Definitely. And you know, just before we listen to your DJ set, maybe it's a good time to ask as well. You know, the youth is next. You know, we're leaving everything that we are creating to the youth as well right now. You know, we have some experience, we have some length in the game, but you know, it's the youngins that are really going to pick up and maybe be the catalyst for this next big cycle. So, you know, from your point of experience, you know, as they say in Croatian, na mladima svijet ostaje. And to them I will dedicate this last question. What is some advice you would give to young people in the music industry, but also, you know, people who want to DJ and want to start doing some hip hop?
Well, I'm not going to try and sound condescending and give young musicians any advice, because I'm not a musician myself. But as far as young DJs go, you know, listen to music, explore, work on your craft first and foremost, because I'm an old school head. I used to think that you have to start with turntables. I don't think that anymore, because technology has advanced so far in the past 5 or 6 years. It's crazy. You really don't have to use the turntables if you don't want to. You can learn everything you need to on the modern equipment, the controllers, the CDJs, etc. But you still have to work on your craft. Know the techniques. Learn how to play a warm-up set. Learn how to play how to play a peak time set, learn how to play the after party, learn everything, you know, and listen to music. Just develop your own style. There's a whole bunch of DJs on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. Listen to their stars, maybe get inspired, maybe steal some shit that they do, you know, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna blame you. I did it myself, you know.
Yeah.
And
Copy
build
then learn.
build around that, you know.
Make it your own.
Yeah. Just don't sound like a jukebox, man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And learn how to mix songs, bro. I mean, this is the stuff that probably only us DJs hear outside. But when I hear a bad transition, I cringe. I cringe automatically.
It
you know?
scratches my brain.
Yeah. I can't.
Your brain.
Yeah.
I heard a good saying for that. It's like throwing spoons in the dryer.
Yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty
Train
good.
wreck.
Yeah.
That is another one.
Definitely.
No, I'm kidding. Well, basically, the main thing I will take from this is just build your craft, you know, follow your passion and work. It's just work at the end of the day. I asked that question to all of my guests. I asked Kool-Aid, I asked Tibor, I asked Bore, who you're our fourth guest now. And I just want to see, you know, from people who are actually doing something in the scene, who are actually busy, you know, what is the key? And all of you kind of give me the same answer, and that is just work. Get your craft right, and, you know, love what you do, because that's it. That's what it's all about.
At the end of the day, if you're gonna put in the work, it's gonna result in something eventually. You know, you might not be the most successful guy, but it's gonna result in something for sure.
Definitely, and just the process. If you just love music, then that's a very gratifying thing.
The passion for the music has to be there. If you're just in it for the money, then, you know, I'm not gonna curse. So
yeah, absolutely.
Be consistent, right?
Yeah.
Be consistent.
Be consistent. I think this is a great time to say thank you for the wise words.
Thank you
for being with us here tonight, and I'm actually very much looking forward to your set.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me here.
Absolutely. I'm going to play a song right now, Common Heat, just to reference the show as well. And I'm very curious as to what you're going to play, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.